All right, folks, welcome back to On Purpose, the #1 spot for becoming happier, healthier, and more healed. Today, I've got something super exciting lined up for you. We're diving into a topic that touches everyone. Stress. You know, that little monster that clings to us like a stubborn shadow. And joining me is David Koh, CEO of Calm and author of Recharge. His book is packed with practical tips for mental wellness, tackling everything from stress management to burnout, and of course, essential practices we can adopt to recharge in this hectic digital age.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Stress is, like, the beast that never goes away. Honestly, I feel it most when I'm trying to juggle work and personal life. Do you think this episode could, actually change the way we deal with it?
Absolutely. If you're feeling the weight of the world pressing down on you after those long work days, this episode is tailor-made for you. David, while I was reading your book, I couldn't help but think about how many parents feel stressed out with kids applying to colleges. For you, managing that stress with your daughter, how does that play into your daily life?
That's so relatable. It must be pretty chaotic, right? Does it feel like you're juggling 100 balls at once? How do you stay calm when you're, panicking inside?
Totally. It's like being in this endless cycle of hustle. You want to support your kid, but there's this pressure to perform at work, too. It's a balancing act, right? I often compare mental health to a battery, our energy getting drained like a phone's. You wouldn't run around with a dead phone, so why do we let ourselves run low without checking in?
That's such a clever analogy. So how do you actually check in on your mental battery? Is there a specific method you have? Because, honestly, I might need to adopt that.
Absolutely. The key is to regularly ask ourselves, how charged am I feeling today? It may sound silly, but it opens the door to more insightful responses about our emotional states. Knowing your battery level is crucial for when you need to plug in and recharge, like taking breaks, exercising, or even doing mindfulness practices.
Right. And speaking of mindfulness, do you think the information overload in our daily lives contributes to burnout? After a few mindless TikToks, my brain is just, fried. How do we even deal with that?
Exactly. We're processing so much information daily, which can lead to that overwhelming sense of burnout. It's crucial in workplaces to create a culture where it's okay to discuss mental health. ILIC can drastically enhance productivity. Being present in the moment can feel like a tall order, especially with deadlines looming.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. So, would you say leaders need to step up more? I've heard of leaders being vulnerable, but how do they do that without it appearing, unprofessional?
Great question. Being vulnerable as a leader does require a balance. You don't have to unload everything, but sharing human experiences can foster trust. Leadership should extend beyond just hitting numbers. It's about nurturing your team, including supporting their mental well-being through tangible tools, like mental health apps or having team support systems.
Oh, wow. I hadn't thought about that. So are there specific tools or apps you recommend? Because, we're all living in such a tech-heavy world, aren't we?
Definitely. There are numerous apps designed for mental wellness. Tools like Calm, Headspace, or even workplace programs that encourage mental health discussions. These can provide a platform for employees to feel relaxed when sharing about their health. Trust me, it's super beneficial for fostering an open and supportive culture within organizations.
That's really interesting. So, do you have personal practices you stick to? What do you do when you start feeling overwhelmed?
Oh, for sure. Fitness plays a huge part for me, but honestly, I emphasize meditation and intentional breaks. Carving out time for myself amidst the chaos isn't just to find balance, but to model that behavior for others around me. Remember, stress is inevitable, but how we choose to handle it defines our experiences and happiness.
Wow. Yeah, I can totally see how crucial that is. And before we wrap up, if you could create one law about mental health for future generations, what would it be?
Wow, that's a thought-provoking question. If I could create one law, it would definitely mandate that children learn about mental health in schools. Imagine equipping them with tools to understand and manage stress from an early age. It could completely change how future generations perceive mental wellness.
That would be revolutionary. Just picture a world where kids grow up feeling comfortable talking about their mental health. Thank you all so much for joining us. This has been an absolutely fantastic conversation.